I hear, I don't want to be a Christian. I don't want to go to church because I know so many Christians who are not a good example. That is bad marketing. That is bad social proof, and for that reason, you can make the case that Christianity is failing in this country at the moment.
It's rough too, because I used to be a devout Christian, legalistic. You know, it took it way too far. So I'm familiar with Christianity, read the Bible a couple times at least, and I've come across, all of them. There's your Christian who walks it like they talk it. It's evident in their life. They don't say it, right? If you're a boss, you don't have to say it. There's Christians like that where they don't have to say it. You just get around this person. This person is a Christian. I can just tell. And then there's others who protest it, say it loud. Now, this is the person who's telling everybody they're the boss. Well, if you have to say it, then you're not. And there's a lot more of these types of Christians. And then these types of Christians, those are the loudest and make the biggest noise and have the biggest opinion. They're the ones you're seeing on TV, protesting at the border, preaching some low-key version of hate, whether they're cognizant of it or not. And even with my wife, Dimitri, you and I have talked, and I know if people are listening, I'm on the spiritual journey myself. I was talking to my Mormon homeboy earlier, and I don't know which route to go, which way to go, and it's tough because I'm having to lead my family through this dark tunnel with this little candlelight, and I don't know what's going on. That's how I feel with my spiritual journey right now, because my family's going to follow me. And my wife is so against Christianity. Dimitri, I'm open to anything. I'm reading, like I told you, I'm reading the Bhagavad Gita. I got the Book of Mormon up next. I got the Quran after that. I'm reading. I'm searching. But my wife is like, I don't care, just no Christianity. And why is that? Because she's just, over her lifetime, she's encountered the Christian that we just talked about that is damaging their community.
Yeah, and they really are. It's such bad marketing. I think you make a great point about the people who say it versus the people who show it. Like, you can feel it. You can feel it when someone's legitimate, and if you do have to shout it from the rooftops, more likely than not, it's not. You're not being authentic, or that person is not being authentic in that case. And it is something that you can feel. And the same thing with marketing of anything, any of our offers. If it's an e-commerce product, you have to believe in it. You have to believe that it's a good thing. If it's an info product, same thing. But if you're screaming at it, and people have instinct, right? We all have instinct. We have life experience. We've been burned before, and certain patterns emerge. And unfortunately for Christianity, it seems like that pattern is becoming stronger lately.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, now I've got some for you, and I'm going to try to make them controversial as well, or at least I hope your answers are controversial. But don't, of course, it's just first reaction. So again, we'll just, it's whatever you think of. Okay, so here we go. First word is ethics.
Ethics. When I think of ethics, I think of what you do when nobody is watching.
Censorship.
Censorship. The first thing that came to my mind was I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. I'm thinking of a CD that has the parental guidance at the bottom. Then now my mind is going to Two Live Crew. This is early 90s, and they were so bad that they had to go to the court or something. And that's where my mind went with censorship.
Privacy.
I'm thinking of Apple, and that they're full of shit. They are talking about protecting everybody's privacy while they're just really all in your business, and then try to probably make their own data exchange with all the information that they're saying is private.
Sustainability.
The first thing that comes to my mind is a routine. And the reason I say that is because all this is stream of conscious happening right now. And so I love to work out. I love jujitsu. I love all these things. They would not happen if I did not have a routine. That routine leads to sustainability. It's the same thing with my business. I have certain things I do on certain days because if I don't line those up like that, then there is no sustainability.
Diversity.
Diversity, I think, is important, and I also think it's not important. I'm a part of a group. Dimitri and I are a part of a group called Front Row Dads. And Front Row Dads, I'm probably one of like 3 black dudes. Again, this is all stream of conscious. And then they come to me and they're like, yo, how can we get more black people in Front Row Dads? I'm saying you're not. And you're not because your leader is white. And there's a bunch of white boys around me. And we are attracted to people who look like us. And so you're not going to get a bunch of black dudes because your leader is white. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to force black dudes in here because if I had black dads, we wouldn't be sitting around saying, hey, how do we get more white dudes in here? It would just be a bunch of black dads because the leader's black.
So where can we start with that one? I thought you had a lot of really fun answers because you called out Apple, like, and ethics was interesting. It's just what you do behind closed doors. It's effective, like when no one's watching. When no one's watching. Censorship. What did you say about censorship?
I went to hip hop with. I saw the the Parental Guidance and then 2 Live Crew. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, some of those albums were nuts with parental advisory. Like,
yeah,
there were some CDs where it had like maybe one F word in the entire album. They still put it on, and then some it's just. And it's worse than that. I mean, an F word is whatever, but when you put it into context, man, it gets graphic.
I remember I was like way too young to be listening to it. I had to be in like, I don't know, 4th, 5th grade or so, or maybe 3rd, somewhere around there. And my homeboy, Vietnamese cat, he was much older than me. My mom used to like hang out with his mom and he played the tape. And I didn't even know what the heck they were talking about. I knew it was nasty. But I had never heard so many cuss words in my entire life, like back to back to back.
So this reminds me of I think it was a documentary or some kind of show that I was watching. I'm trying to Google it while okay. So okay. So you said 2 Live Crew, right? So that's who started. They launched the parental advisory label pretty much on their album, but it was, I think I was watching something about Limp Bizkit and something like or some kind of band like that, where as soon as that label got planted on the CD, sales went up. So that was a marketing technique too. Like and it's the funniest, it always happens where there's a good idea with good intentions that ends up being literally the opposite of what you want. And there's these good, well-intended parents that wanted to protect children from bad words, and they put these censorship stickers on CDs. And what happened was that actually drew kids even more to it, and sales just went up in that demographic.
And then you had a business like Walmart that they were like, we will not carry any CDs that have cussing. We're only going to, carry the clean version of these CDs. So guess where I never bought my CDs from?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was like so another fun story. I think this is a fable, or maybe this happened in this happened in real life. Okay, I'm not even going to Google it, but at some point I think it was India. I think it was India, but they had too many snakes, and they decided to get rid of the snakes by offering a bounty for every snake. Every snake you bring in, government pays you a bounty. What do you think happened?
People started breeding snakes.
Cha-ching, exactly, and started making money that way. And there were more snakes than ever.
The fact that I got that right can be concerning.
The fact that you got that right means you got good problem solving skills.
I got to watch my ethics.
You got to take the SAT, see what you can get on that. That was a good answer.